Welcome to Macarius Meanderings, where I ponder a topic, get something out of it, and hopefully you do too. Okay, and today's topic, this is actually the second of a couple of videos that I'm doing just because I haven't done a video for a really long time, so I have a bunch of ideas bouncing around my head, so I gotta spit it out, and here we are. So, this second video is why read Louis L'Amour? And, really the title should be, why is Louis L'Amour, why is it so good to read Louis? I should ask the same question, so, never mind. So, why read Louis L'Amour? Well, the interesting thing about Louis L'Amour that I really like is the fact that he's a fiction writer primarily, right? But at the same time that you read all of his fiction stuff about the Wild West and what it was like to live during that time, you actually get a lot of historical fact in those writings. You know, mm, mm, dinner. Dinner was good. So, Louis L'Amour, he puts a bunch of fascinating historical fact in with his fiction. Let's see, so I recently read Hanging Woman Creek, which had nothing to do with a mysterious cold case homicide or suicide, which is what I thought it might be. Nothing like that at all. Which I was not really let down because it was still a good yarn. It's Louis L'Amour. It's always a good time. That was just my own mistake for, looking at things in a particular way. Anyway, so in Hanging Woman Creek, it's about a bunch of cowpunchers, and they just go about minding the cows, making the herd ready for really fattening them up and making them ready for people to eat. Um, and Louis L'Amour throws in a bunch of interesting things about cowpunching and what it's like and how to raise cows well. I was just like, wow, this guy is actually throwing in quite a bit of historical fact. That is really cool. And one of my favorites was how to do with branding cows. They take they brand the cows by hitting them with a hot iron, right? Whatever it is, the symbol thingamabob. Anyway, so they brand the cows, right? But if somebody wants to steal cows from somebody else, so like if you have two different outfits, you have outfit A and outfit B. If outfit A has really good cows and outfit B is kind of not as many cows, or maybe they're not as good, they might try rustling cows from outfit A by rebranding the cows. So outfit A has a brand and outfit B has a brand. Okay, what they would do was they would go to outfit A, kind of on the fringe of the stock, and go and rebrand the cows. They would doctor the symbol to make it look like theirs. And then they would take the cow back and it's like, oh, well, this is actually our cow. That's how you cow rustle. Um, well, one way of doing it. And so, that comes up and he explains, the main character in the book explains how you rustle cows by rebranding them, making it look like yours, and how you can also tell whose cow it really is. And what the character said was that when you butcher the cow, you kill the cow, right? And then you peel back the hide where they were branded, and you can see on the reverse side of the hide which brand was actually genuine. And those kind of facts are just those little tidbits of actual history are just all over his books. You get a tidbit here and here and here and here, and then you get another tidbit here and here and all these other books, and eventually you have a pantheon of I understand American history. I didn't read it from a blasted, boring, stupid, retarded textbook written by whoever they're written by. Nobody ever actually talks about the writers of history textbooks. Whoever they are soulless, mindless. They sound kind of like zombies. Anyway, so that's one thing that's really cool about Louis L'Amour, is that you get a lot of historical fact in with his fiction. The other part about Louis L'Amour that I enjoy is the fact that, Louis L'Amour was he lived on the tail end of American frontier stuff. Like, as much as the West was still in development, actually I should say that the West was still in development enough that Louis L'Amour, he had living relatives who understood the Wild West. He had, and he and his family were quite wealthy, and then they fell on really hard times. They had to travel all over the United States, going clear to Oregon, whatever that is, and do like logging there and stuff. So he has to go and he traveled all over the place, all these areas that were still not completely 100%, totally settled areas still. There's still some parts of those towns that are not quite there the way they are today. and so he got to see a lot of that. And so he understands the grand scope, combining what he knew about history, what his relatives could tell him, all the reading he did in the library, his own experiences. He has just this, and plus his, what was it, 8,000 volume research library, I think it was, or was it 2,000? I don't remember what it was. I don't have a book around here to tell me, and I'm not sure if, never mind. Anyway, the main thing is he has something in the neighborhood of several thousand volumes of research, that books that he personally has read and gone through, during his time. So when you read his books, the adventures of the survivalism, it all feels very real. It all feels very genuine. You feel like you're there in a good old Western movie. It's just like, yes, American spirit, America, this is what it's all about. And it just is so amazing. He broadens your horizons on the way things used to be, and what you can still do today. I mean, if you want to be a farmer, I read Louis L'Amour, I read Hanging Woman Creek, and a couple of other novels, and eventually I thought, gee, it'd be kind of nice to be a farmer. I would like to be a farmer. That would be all right. Herding cows, taking care of chickens, feeding people. It's just, now that would be really cool. So some cool things about Louis L'Amour. You swallow your own saliva the wrong way. So those are some really cool things about Louis L'Amour that I really enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Louis L'Amour if you decide to take him up after listening to me. And you have a good day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you in the next one.